Hello there, it's Friday afternoon and I wanted to make a video on making a beer. I was thinking of making the European lager, but didn't have enough time. So since it's Friday, decided to do a beer tasting on my most recent beers that I made. The Coopers Real Ale that I made and the IPA. Now these are both pretty young beers. Let's see what we got. We've got the Real Ale, which I bottled on March 18th. Today is April 9th. And this is the IPA, which I bottled on March 30th. So both of them would really improve with more extended aging. So let's just take a look at the comparisons and how they pour. I'll start off with the Real Ale. So let's see how this one looks. Nice little, again, these are the Cooper PET bottles that I used with carbonation drops. That's how I bottle, and you can see the nice little frothy carbonation in there. I'll pour it, well, I could pour it gently, or I could pour it so you see the maximum head. Again, the head will improve with age. The frothy, the type of bubbles will decrease in size. The type. The amount of bubbles will probably gain, and the laciness will improve again with age. Now this is the IPA. It's only been in the bottle for 9 days. I don't recommend even drinking after only 9 days, but sometimes you just want, you're anxious. And so for comparison purposes, I'll show you what the carbonation level is on this. See, not as dramatic right off the bottle. I'm going to pour it. Not bad though, not bad. Now you can see the Real Ale is still hanging, so there is still head retention on that one. And the IPA, again, I'm pouring gently, I'm not pouring dramatic in it. Probably not as, actually the bubbles in here are pretty soft as well, but again, not as much head yet. And I guarantee that the head retention won't be as much. Looks like the IPA actually showing a little clearer than the Real Ale. Now the Real Ale that I made with a Cooper's Real Ale kit, but I didn't use the yeast. I used the reinvigorated yeast from the Cooper's Sparkling Ales. I use a ½ kilogram of dextrose, and I also used a ½ kilogram of dry malt extract. And I dry hopped it for about 4 days after the vigorous fermentation, and with the Cascade hops. I used pellet hops, which might be what you're seeing here in terms of the lack of clarity, some of the sediment that dropped out. Smells really nice, has a nice Cascade finish, very citrusy. Smells good. The IPA I made per Cooper's recommendations with the Cooper's beer kit, using the yeast under the lid, which is an ale yeast, English ale strain of yeast. I use probably more likely a ½ kilo of dextrose and a ½ kilo dry malt. They do recommend 300 grams of dextrose. Now I did dry hop this as well. I used I believe it was 1 ounce of Fuggles, only for 1 day. Not as strong a finish on that one. More to my suiting, I think. The IPA is a bitter beer anyway, so I probably will start with the Real Ale, even though that's pretty citrusy. Let me take a sip of this one. Oh, that is very citrusy. Smells good though. It smells a lot like a Manny's Pale Ale from Seattle. Real malty flavor to it as well. It's good. It's good. If you like the Manny's Pale Ale, I like it. Very, very drinkable. It's a classic pale ale. Okay. I could drink this all day. Okay, to the IPA, which is going to be a little more bitter than the real ale. Smells good. Well, the aroma is not as strong because I did 2 ounces in that one. But definitely bitter. Very clean though. Very clean beer. You can see that. It's nice. Both of them are really good beers. Very clean. Tastes as good as anything I can buy at the store. So, well, I hope your Friday is good. Cheers to everybody. Have a good weekend. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.